Villa have signed Axel Tuanzebe on loan from Manchester United till the end of the season. Let's see what Axel will bring to the table and also discuss Aston Villa's top 5 best January transfers since the turn of the century. Tuanzebe is an extremely versatile player who can play at centre-back, centre midfield, and yes, you've guessed it, right back.
Another one.
Axel was voted Reserve Player of the Year at Manchester United in 2017, and this season has also made his debut in the Champions League, which says a lot about him as a player, coming in so young, in the best club competition in the world, playing for one of the best clubs in the world, Manchester United. He sees that Jose clearly rates the lad quite highly, and he's capable of playing at the highest level, so this sounds like it could be an excellent signing for Aston Villa. With this deal going through, there'll inevitably be someone leaving, and in an ideal world that'll be someone like Micah Richards, as he's on ridiculous money. He's clearly not playing, he's not going to feature, but with something like 2 years left on his contract, he's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So realistically it's probably going to be someone like Tommy Alfick, which I think would be a shame given his form. Whilst John Terry was injured, he was absolutely fantastic, showed what an absolute professional the guy is, and a true testament to his character really, the fact that he's persevered and stayed. But I wouldn't blame him if someone came in and he wanted to move on, because he could be playing first team football anywhere in the Championship. I think he's been fantastic for us. He's an option I'd like to keep on the bench just in case anyone gets injured, but realistically Alfick isn't going to get in ahead of Chester or Terry now they've got such a great partnership. I do think Chester and Alfick had a good partnership while Terry was out. John Terry is obviously going to play. If Alfick isn't going, then it could be Bjarnason, who's someone who's also been linked with a move away to Italy, and it's actually coincidentally in Italy now. I'm hoping he's not leaving, because recently he again has been absolutely fantastic. He seems to have found his feet playing in central midfield in the holding role, and it's been absolutely fantastic since coming in. I think playing against Bristol, even though he did kind of come in on the wing, getting his goal, it's given him a whole lot of confidence, and Bruce has stumbled upon the perfect position for Bjarnason. So where exactly does Tuanzebe fit in? As I don't really see him getting ahead of John Terry or James Chester at centre back. At right back we've got a plethora of players, as we've already seen. In the form El Mohammedy's been in, he's not going to really get ahead of him. Hutton's playing well, obviously he's playing left back as well, but he's another player who is actually a right back who can play there. And in central midfield, obviously we've had Bjarnason, whose emergence has shocked a lot of Villa fans, and it's been great to see how fantastic he has been playing. But I don't see Tuanzebe come in and taking Bjarnason's spot, especially as we've got Jedinak and Whelan, as good or bad as it is having him. We've got plenty of competition. I can't exactly see Hurahan being dropped either. He's in fantastic form. I think it's a fantastic signing because first of all we've got him for free, it's a loan, so it's pretty risk free. Secondly, the Championship's all about having a good squad. It's not necessarily about having the best 11, which I think we do, and I think we have the best squad as well, but this is only adding to it, because with injuries and suspensions or whatever, Tuanzebe could well come in and be a very crucial part of Aston Villa's promotion push, and I reckon that he will play a fair amount of games, as Bruce will want to get sort of value out of him, and Mourinho will want him to play. What's the point in signing him if we're not going to play? Rotation's healthy for the squad, so we'll see him at some point, I'm fairly confident. So now let's move on to our top 5 January transfers at Aston Villa since the turn of the century. Number 5 is a controversial one, as Aston Villa haven't made that many big profile signings since the year 2000. So at number 5, by default, is Emil Heskey. He joined us for £3.5 million, and as I say, he's only really there because we haven't made that many signings. I could have included someone else like Sean Maloney, even though he didn't feature that much, but he did score a fantastic goal against Chelsea. But I included Heskey because I've got some very fond memories. As once when I was younger, I was a mascot and I walked out with Heskey, and he scored against West Ham, and he said that he'd score for me, and he did. So I was very happy when he did so. So thanks for that, Emil. Cheers. At number 4 is Darren Bent, who signed for a club record fee of £18 million in a deal which then rose up to £24 million. He still is our record transfer fee and scored some very important goals for Aston Villa. In total he scored 21 goals whilst being at Aston Villa, and he scored some important goals which saved us from relegation from the Premiership at the time. Number 3 is a bit of a childhood hero of mine, is Mr. Juan Pablo Angel, who signed for a then club record fee of £9.5 million. Absolutely fantastic player in my opinion when I was growing up. He's someone I idolised, and he is the most recent player other than Christian Benteke to have scored over 20 goals in a season, including league and cup games, obviously, where he scored 23 goals in the 2003-2004 season, which is absolutely fantastic. Growing up, I loved him so much that I even bought myself a sweatband so I could try and be him. I was used to play as Villa on Pez, and Angel was always my go-to player, and I'd always wear a headband. In at number 2 is John Carew. He signed from Lyon in a swap deal, which involved Milan Barros going the other way, and what a signing. He scored around 37 goals for during his time at Aston Villa, and was a cult hero, and he absolutely loves the club, which is something that's great to see. Which means at number 1 it is someone who we signed on the same day as John Carew. That's right, it was a double signing. Ashley Young from Watford for 9.65 million. An absolutely fantastic signing this was. Ashley Young was an absolute revelation, played on either wing, left and right, absolutely fantastic, won so many fouls and free kicks. Yeah, from diving half the time, but he was an absolutely fantastic player, fully deserved his move to Man United, and I can't really blame him for leaving because he served us very well. He's a player that I'd possibly welcome back now as well, because I think recently he's been reinvented at the fullback position. I think he's absolutely fantastic, a great player and deserving of our top spot. If you think anyone else should have been in there, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed this video, comment your thoughts on Tuanzebe, how you think it'll turn out, and subscribe for more.